Max Verstappen wins the inaugural Miami Grand Prix, but the fans were not winners in this because it wasn't that good a race, guys. The track is a bit of a mess because the overtaking zones don't make any sense because the straights all leading to them, especially the big
There's
one.
really these tight hairpins and, there's some long straights, but a long straight's pretty irrelevant. It depends how you lead onto the straight. It depends on what speed you're carrying into the straight. It depends the distance between the cars going into the straight, and unfortunately, due to this really really tight, it's like a Z shaped. It's like two corners back to back, and they're so fucking tight that once you going into these two corners, once you come out, the gap's always about the same. The closest you could get the gap coming out of these is about 7 tenths. Unless, of course, the guy in front is maybe, his tyres have been on for 50 laps.
Or a much inferior car.
Yeah, but, if it's... Unless there's a huge differential, the gap's always about 7 tenths at best coming out the last corner. And it's just hard to make up because it's not like you can get rhythm. You're basically fucking almost in, gear 2 or something like that coming out this corner? Maybe even 1? I don't know. But
That'd be like, one. Fuck's sake, it's F1. I'm not going around the Honda Civic.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, no, these, I think they need to maybe get rid of these corners or something to try and help improve overtaking and
yeah,
help.
you could clearly see that the final corner and leading onto the pit straight was good, but the pit straight wasn't long enough.
Yeah.
We did see in some cases, with Perez against Sainz, but the only reason he was getting close because he's on fresh tyres.
And you can get a better exit out of the last corner with the big
We
straights.
saw on the far less longer straights, Leclerc was getting close to Max. But on the straight that's the longest, it's the corners before it's fucking him.
Yeah. And even the second longest one has got a bad corner leading into it as well. So.
But we have to go to the start of the race. Not much happened. Alonso tapped Hamilton. Verstappen got ahead of Sainz, and both Aston Martin started through the pit lane. And it was pretty bog standard for there, wasn't it?
It wasn't doing good. It was pretty close at the start. Then Leclerc and Verstappen began to pull away a bit. Verstappen past Leclerc. Sainz began to drop off a bit. Perez was always within about a second, 1.2 seconds behind Sainz, but he had an issue, slowed down, lost about 10 seconds due to gearbox, 8 seconds maybe due to a gearbox issue, or don't know what it was. He lost power. Losing power, guys, losing power.
Arriba. But they managed to fix it, semi-fix it, because he was left with a 26 horsepower deficit.
There was some good battling though, but it was down towards the back of the field. And
we never seen it.
They never really covered it.
The race director needs shot.
Haas and Aston Martin were in pretty good battles, but we didn't really. Anyway, all the pit stops could make not a lot of changes. It's still Verstappen in the lead, Leclerc in second, Sainz in third, Perez in fourth, Bottas ahead of the Mercedes, and then towards the 20 laps to go,
Alonso makes an audacious move on Gasly, hits him, overtakes Gasly. Gasly the next lap runs wide, goes on to the marbles, rejoins.
Wipes out Norris.
I mean, I say it wipes it. I don't think there was much in this. I feel
there wasn't, but when you kind of collide like that, it's set. I mean, the crash looked a lot worse than it was. They brought out a virtual safety car when it was evident you were going to need a full length safety car.
I honestly think they do this to fucking manipulate results.
I genuinely believe that as well.
What race was it as well?
The Perez one.
What one was that?
The one where he was leading.
Australia?
No. The one with the big, massive, long straight. It's
Jeddah?
new.
Jeddah?
Is that Jeddah?
Sorry,
Jeddah, yeah. Because, I mean, as soon as you looked at that and you went, no, you definitely need you knew that needed a full safety car. And then as soon as Perez had pitted, they bring out the safety car. So, I mean, that's obviously in that race, that sent Perez from first to fourth. But yeah, this basically helped Russell. It leapfrogged him up the grid big time. Restart. And we actually got some really good racing after the restart, but unfortunately, race director, cameraman, all over the place.
Mess.
It wasn't focusing on the right battles, and then when he was focusing on the right battle, as soon as somebody would prepare an overtake, he would cut away to a different battle, or he would cut away to like the fans or something. It was kind of like in WWE when they go for a chair shot on Sunday Night Heat or Velocity, and they have to pan away because he can't show it. For some reason, every time something good was about to happen, the race director cut and showed something else. With Russell all over Hamilton. We had Leclerc chasing down Verstappen. With
Mick
Perez.
took out Vettel.
Yeah, Mick took out Vettel. Mick said it was his corner, but I don't think it was his corner at all. I wouldn't be surprised if Mick... But then again, Mick's race was that bad. I mean, he ended up finishing low down. That I can't... The stewards might not take any further punishment on him. I mean, that was pretty much it. Russell got up to 5th place. Ocon managed to overtake, I believe it was Magnussen for the last point. Oh,
Schumacher. Alonso got a 5-second time penalty. He drops from 8th to 9th, but he's under investigation for leaving the track.
And knowing Alonso's luck, he'll probably get another 5-second penalty.
And that's pretty much it, guys. We had like a weird podium ceremony. I mean, it was pretty unique, like, but it's kind of something you'd enjoy more if the race was actually good.
Yeah, and then they stuck on like NFL masks, helmets. It's like, what?
Yeah, but guys, in terms of the driver standings, Leclerc is 19 points clear of Max. So
see, in Jeddah, how come they didn't let the drivers fucking ride a camel to the podium?
Don't know, buddy. We camel. I've been through the desert on a camel with no name.
Are they going to have like a Grand Prix in Scotland and they fucking have 3 cans of Iron Brew sitting on the podium?
Maybe.
You know, like battered Mars bar?
Could be it.
All the fucking
What's the
stereotypes
race going to
here.
be, man? Anyway, that's where the race ends. There's your driver standings. Read it in. Not much happening. But aye, Ferrari still lead the constructors, or do they? They probably, yeah, they do.
Bottas threw away 5th place later on, by the way.
Stuck it in the wall. Shit. Hamilton has moved up to 6th. He was moaning about the strategy, even though Mercedes
He
told
chose
him,
it.
Exactly. Told him he could pit. He went, no. Anyway, guys, next time at Barcelona, a track is absolute shit. I hate Barcelona.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. Those standings, you know, they kind of surprised me a wee bit, to be fair.
At what?
I just, I'm kind of surprised that, like, Norris has that many points. I didn't think he was up there, like. But,
And he retired today. Not that he was getting points, but...
I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is, guys. But anyway, we have to rate the race out of 10. What are you getting at? I will give this race... I'll give it a 4. Would have been really lower, bar that safety car.
Yeah, no, it wasn't great.
And we did get the battle for the lead. Ted was talking.
Yeah, I mean, there was times where Leclerc was like literally like 2 attempts behind, and they weren't even acknowledging it. And what was the overtake where Ted was talking, and like the overtake was made, and they never interrupted Ted to talk about it.
Russell and Hamilton.
Yeah.
And then we also had one where it was Vettel battling somebody, but he kept on saying it was Stroll, and it lasted for like 2 laps, and honestly, fucking Firecrofty, man.
Just a mess. I mean, I think the F1 commentary team could definitely be improved.
I don't know if Channel 4 is much better, but fuck, it couldn't do much worse. And on that note, guys.
Alright, I'm going to get a 5 out of 10.
So average it at 4.5. Next up, Barcelona. That has to be worse. I believe it'll be 2 weeks.
I don't like the Barcelona track. See the way they changed it going into the last corner? I mean, you used to be able to get overtakes, but then they put that fucking tight. They put that hairpin in just because one year Hamilton flew off and crashed. I mean, what did they do?
Is that why?
I remember that year Hamilton came off. It's like his tyres exploded and he went straight into the. And they went, oh, that's dangerous.
No, that was 2010. It was turn 3 went off.
No, I definitely went off in that last turn.
And what year was this?
I don't know what year it was, but he definitely went off there. Then they changed it. I'm pretty sure that's why they changed it. To slow them down before going into that. The last corner.
There's way worse tracks than that in the calendar.
I know.
Like Eau Rouge.
There's fucking street circuits where you're going 200 miles an hour, like, for fuck's sake. Yeah,
and that's a gravel trap?
I wouldn't even be surprised if a Rouge fucking took off if they deemed that too dangerous.
Anyway, guys, that's the review. Enough said. Pish race. Next time out Barca. Can Sainz bounce back in home territory?
I hope so. I think he needs a win.
He does. I mean, he's what? He's 51 points behind.
Yeah, it's not great. We'll see. We'll see, guys. Looking forward to the next race.
I think what could save like people who are in this fight, I'd say other than the top 2 would be Perez and Sainz because they've got the machinery. I think Leclerc and Verstappen will take each other out eventually.
No.
But again, you know, Sainz and Perez could also do that, as it almost happened earlier on. But until next time, that'll do it for Miami. All the celebrities were there. The guy doing the post-match interviews didn't have a clue what he's fucking doing.
Don't have a clue who he is. David Beckham was there.
I was the chassis son. Well, I've seen you boys since go-karting.
I mean, he's asking them a relevant question. I mean, how do they? I mean, what do they want?
He said to Max, he's like, "Do you want to step into the boxing ring?" What fucking relevance has that got?
Max is like, no, I'm alright.
See after the win the Champions League final, like hey, do you wanna step into the Crucible, Body, and fucking part of 147? No, 147, your ass on out of here. Until next time, that'll do it for Grayson. Like, comment, subscribe, and until then,
peace.